My wife is everything I need, but she's not my everything. There's a difference. She's everything I need. She is everything that I need in a wife. But there are some conversations I need to have with a man who's married, right? Who knows how to process some of the things you're going through. As a 48 going on 49, I need to talk to a man who has been through that or is going through it. My wife can't help me with some of this stuff, right? So she covers my heart, but there are some things that I need outside counsel for, and that's where friends come in. But she's my, again, we are best friends.
I love it. I love it. Let's talk about that word called romance.
Yeah.
I love romance.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it, because oftentimes I get hit up and say, you know what? Why do I always have to be the first one to kind of start this fire?
Yeah. Now, when you say romance, are you talking about sexual intimacy or
sexual intimacy?
Or sexual intimacy?
Just romance, just the whole,
the whole.
Send me a nice text, know. We can break it up, sexual romance, and just the fact that I want to feel wanted.
Yeah.
Let me just say this. How important is it for brothers to feel wanted or to know that they're wanted? Because
it's so important.
That's a place. Ladies, we're not really on our game with that, because we think it's all about us. Tell me I'm cute. Tell me I'm beautiful. But how important is it for brothers to hear that?
So first, I'll say that we have been trained to not expect that. They told us that the wedding is not even about us, right? It's about her, and you just get to show up. So that's been the training we've had for the entirety. Happy wife, happy life. We've heard that all the time. So now there are so many men who are silent and needing more from their spouses and don't know how to say it, or have not been given the grace or the space to say it in the relationship. But men have needs that they're not expressing. We want to feel wanted as well.
Like what? Tell us.
We just want to be so it's not even sexual, right?
Thank you. Okay.
There's a word that men need, and we often don't even know how to say it. The word is awareness. Awareness.
Type that, y'all. Awareness.
We need you to be aware of us. What awareness means is aware of what's going on with us, aware that we just got off work and we may not have enough capacity for this conversation. Aware that we've been working 7 days in a row. And so to ask me to build a shelf when I just got 1 day off, you're not really being aware of what's going on with me. So awareness goes a long way with men. And if you can be aware of where a man is and what he needs, it changes everything.
Wow, that's good. That's good. Now, he's not saying he doesn't want intimacy.
No.
As it relates to, he's saying be aware. And I think the more that we become aware, that opens up a level of intimacy.
It does. Yeah. For us. So how much time we got?
We got time.
Okay. There's something that we have to understand about men and women, that there's a difference in how we show up in relationships. So for men, and you've heard this before, men are very much compartmentalized. Mm-hmm. So we have a love compartment, a sex compartment, a work compartment, hobby compartment, children. We have all of these drawers in our life that we go into when we need to. Mm-hmm. Women, on the other hand, it's love. Mm-hmm. Everything flows out of love for most women, right? That's why you think about your children all day. Mm-hmm. By lunch, let me text my mom to see if she's good. You're thinking about love all day long. Mm-hmm. The challenge now is men have not been taught how to live in love to get to your heart, right? Mm-hmm. See, for us, you can have an argument with us at 5 o'clock. By 5:30, we don't need love to get to sex. We just go to the sex drawer, right? That's how men operate, right? But for you need us to go through love. Right. So there's this juxtaposition between men and women. And when we learn how to meet in the middle and just meet everybody's needs, I know you need to feel loved. I need to be affirmed. I need some sexual interaction. And so when we meet in the middle, just really showing up to outserve one another, it becomes different, right?
Right.
Now we don't have to, it's not tit for tat. I'm just here to love on you. Mm-hmm. And so now we have this collision of intimacy that's causes all these children and all these babies to be
somebody was sexy.
Somebody was
being aware.
That's correct. Yeah, somebody was somewhere.
Now I want to go here because listen, we here now.
Okay.
what's up with this thing of I'm mad and I'm not gonna give you none?
That's dangerous.
Tell us why that's dangerous.
It's almost like being mad at your car and saying, I'm not going to give you no gas. You're not hurting the car, you're hurting yourself, right? Because you're not going to be able to move any further than what you have fueled that car with. When you deny your spouse, whether it's a man or a woman, willingly, you're taking the fuel away from their ability to show up for you. You're not doing anyone a disservice but yourself at the end of the day. And we also forget that we're one flesh. So denying you is denying me. We're so selfish at times that we have this tit for tat piece. And if you withhold anything from your spouse willingly, that's borderline witchcraft.
Talk about it.
I don't want to get too deep, but that's
it's the truth.
It's manipulation.
That's manipulation at its finest. And so I've heard.
And let me say this: I'm not talking about just for women. I'm talking about you too, sir. Too. Yeah, you too. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I was getting at. Like, you just not. So the reality is, I'm gonna say the reality is how can I'm gonna be careful with my words here. If that is if that's becoming like a noticeable thing, like every time I'm trying to, it's I got a headache or you tired or I'm watching the game and just all the time.
Yeah. There's some deeper issues there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk to somebody.
We probably need to get to therapy.
I'm always going to say therapy, fam. You don't, ain't no point in even going around the circle. Y'all need to talk to somebody. We have churched, you can't church. We have shouted and shandoed everything. And we still getting divorced. You got to go talk to somebody.
Got to.
You can't shando. And Apostle may not be able to help you the way a licensed clinical therapist may be able to help you. So
I'm not gonna play with you.
Talk to Apostle. I'm not saying don't talk to him. I'm not saying don't talk to her.
Well, you better look at Apostle's wife.
You better look at her wife, his or her husband. Do you really want counsel from them? Have you seen anything working for them? Right? We got to ask these questions. You need help. Yeah. Sometimes that's a whole nother show.
Look.
Sometimes that covering is keeping you in trouble. Sir, that's a whole nother. I don't want to get into it.
That's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say. But you bring up a good point, because oftentimes in church we've always been taught, go talk to Reb, and you don't know Reb's struggling.
Reb is in trouble.
Reb ain't even at home.
Reb be at the office. No, Reb be at the office. Yeah, he at the office for a reason.
He at the office.
Yeah.
So it's important that we take another look, and that we look, and that's why I love you so much, because it's not, we want to see healthy. Yeah. But so oftentimes, because we don't know healthy, we misinterpret healthy.
That's correct.
Oof. It's not, it's not really too many, like, is this what it's supposed to look like? We've
how many healthy couples? Yeah, how many actually healthy couples? If you just look around, to those of you who are listening, how many healthy couples do you actually know? Yeah. How many? You can't name 5. Yeah. Right? Yeah. That's why they pull on you and bro so much, because y'all are healthy. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. You got to
and to that point, we've embraced it, because at first we was like, what's that all about? We've embraced it, but in our embracing, I will tell you this: just today he called me and said, I'm taking you to Caraco. Are you going to be available for this week? He is looking to take me places to get me out of all that I do and all of this, and it's never for anybody else, it's for us.
Yeah.
Right. And so I share with people, it is important that you intentionally Oftentimes, you have to be intentional. I don't care how many jobs you have. I don't care how important you are. I don't care if you're the CEO, COO, whatever it is. My kids need to see that mommy and daddy get away without them.
Yeah.
My church needs to see that Bishop and Lady, we gone. Matter of fact, Nick, Lizzie, and Mike is gone. Right? We come out of all of those titles. We come out of all of the robes and all of the hoopla and the bells and the whistles. It's important for you to see that that's my guy.
Yeah.
I'm his girl.
Yeah.
It's important for you to see, I'm sorry, when we together, he not getting a choir robe. He not getting no rhinestones. He's not, baby, he getting sexy.
Yeah.
How important is it, even though we're in church, that we appeal to our spouse's appetites? Because often, like, let me just go on and say it. I think it was it Pastor Todd, Mike Todd? The internet blew up because his wife had on something that they thought, she shouldn't be in. And I'm saying to myself, that's that man's wife.
Yeah.
She at the beach.
Yeah.
She's on vacation.
Yeah. I think we hold ourselves to a higher. Well, here's the problem, sis. A lot of these folks are nasty in private and judgmental in public. The reality, y'all nasty in private and judgmental in public. Yeah. So let's just all be honest, right? Let's all be honest. And then
you mad because you can't really fit in them shorts
but it's okay.
Together.
Yeah.
You probably a little lumpy in the outfit. Just say
okay.
you jealous.
Yeah, but be that.
But
yeah.
Yeah.
There's room for you too. Yeah. So we have to really get out of that, and we have to really get out of religion too. Religion is keeping a lot. I was thinking about this today, that a lot of folks gonna get to heaven and realize they missed out on so much fun being religious. Religious. Yeah.
So much.
You're missing out. Just relax. Mm-hmm. Enjoy your life.
And enjoy your spouse.
You have to.
Enjoy your spouse.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. I recall one time, me and Mike, we were somewhere, and they was like, that's his wife. And it was on a Sunday. We weren't in church. We were just coming back from vacation. And, I didn't have on the first Sunday outfit.
Oh, yeah.
I was cute though. She was sexy on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my God. And I'm saying to myself, I don't have to tell you that I just got off of a plane. But it's like I was like, wow, that's scary.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that everything that I am before you saw this outfit goes out the window?
Yeah.
That same, all that power, all that flow, and all of that goes out the window because you saw me in an outfit that was for my husband.
Yeah.
I've seen marriages crumble because someone had so much to say about the spouse's attire. I'm not dressing for you.
Yeah.
I'm dressing for I'm his eye candy.
Right.
I'm going to put on what he wants to see.
Yeah.
And I remember walking through, and we were a little younger, and I remember walking through there feeling like, wow, is this what we do? And versus saying, that's a nice couple. Yeah. But we do that.
I think people
we try to live up to these false expectations, or you gotta, listen, my holiness is unto God. My clothes and my attire and what my husband gets his eyebrow up, that's between us.
Yeah. People gonna be people. People gonna people.
Huh?
People are gonna people.
So while we're talking about attires, I'm gonna really go here. I might even be very, very transparent here. I hear a lot of brothers say, you know what? I want my wife to be sexy. I want to see the negligee. I want to see, the nice lingerie, and I want the show. But she like, I don't look like the picture. She's feeling
life.
Yeah, the wife is feeling like, well, I don't know about that. Help us.
Don't nobody want the picture, sis. Don't nobody want that picture. The picture don't even want to be the picture. The picture's only doing that because that's what's paying the picture. She's not happy. She got to keep that up somehow. Don't nobody
You
want
know
that.
what? I'm not gonna play with you.
No, it's the reality. Not if you,
Yeah.
well, not
Crazy. Okay.
we don't want the picture, right?
Right.
So I don't. Maybe they want the picture. We don't want the picture. We okay. So don't try to do that. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Right. He want it all.
Yes.
He know what he married. And I said, he know what he married.
Yes.
Go for it. Go
for
honey.
it.
You better slide on in there like Miss Doubtfire did. You better slide on in there, honey. Get in there. Yeah. Okay, so let me ask this, because as ladies, we've been, taught, to wear the nice little negligees and to keep it together. But what about brothers? Like, is it fair that he get to come and not together?
She know what she want too. So brothers, you all right too. We all have a responsibility to make sure that everybody's happy in the home. If she like it, then that's her thing.
That's
right?
her thing.
But I think we got to meet each other's need. And then expressing our needs, expressing our emotions, you have to be with someone who you can say, I don't like that, but I do like this.
Yeah.
Do more of this, right? So
I like how you put that with, I don't like that, and you don't end with, I don't like that, but I like this.
I'm going to give you what I do like, right? And what that does is it alleviates all the guesswork. Now I just have to focus on what you do like. This is what you like. This is all. And then when that changes, you can let me know. You can update me. But if you don't have a marriage that you can talk those things through, then you are in trouble.
Yeah. Let me ask this, because someone wrote and said, how important is it to make sure your spouse feels protected, loved, and heard?
It's very important. Yeah.
Loved and heard. Even amongst family, even amongst, your, the mother-in-law or the sisters or the aunties. How important is it?
It's critical. Yeah, it's critical. If I don't feel protected by you, and I think protection, sometimes we confuse that with physical security. And of course, I want to feel physically secure too, but I also want to feel protected in that when you leave this house, you represent our family well, right? When you're speaking to people, you are representing our family well. So that is a form of protection as well. Another form of protection that we don't consider is that when you speak, I don't cut you off. You're protecting my emotions by allowing me the grace and space to be heard. So they're all cyclical. They all make one another feel loved and valued and appreciated.
That's good. I like that. Outside of here, you protect our home.
You have to.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. Wow, that's dope. Listen, tell me this. I had someone ask me a question, and I'll be honest, I really didn't know how to really speak to it in its totality. But someone asked me, how do I get through the disappointment of, I believed my spouse all of these years, and it seemed like it's just not happening. And I'm disappointed. I believed in them, and I believed what they said to me. I waited, and I've been waiting. And at this point, I can't wait anymore. I'm disappointed. How do I get through disappointment?
What are they waiting on?
Promises.
Yeah. If you want to stay with that person, you're going to have to divorce the version of him you thought they would be and marry the version of them that they are.
Wow.
If you're still waiting
on you, Dr. Burris, and I'm not.
No. We're here because we both have something to say, right? You got to divorce, and then you have to divorce the marriage itself, because you have these expectations, and that's not who you married. So if you're going to stay with this person, you're going to have to divorce that version of them in your mind and marry the version of them that they are showing up to be, and find in that version what you value most and lean on that. The word respect is comprised of two words. Respect. Re means, again, the word spect means to see. It's where we get our word spectacles from. So when it comes to this situation, if you want to gain even respect for that person, you're going to have to go all the way back, even before the disappointment, find out what was it about them that I first fell in love with, and then find that thing in them in this version, and then move forward. But trying to find it with who you are currently with, that ain't, you're going to be in trouble. That's going to cause you frustration.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I was sitting there trying to to give a response, and I think that that's amazing. I alluded to the fact that it's normal to be disappointed.
Yeah,
That's a part of it.
that's the part they don't tell you.
Yeah, that's what no one shares, that when you're in a real marriage and you're in a real commitment, and you're in it for the long haul, you're going to experience disappointment.
Absolutely.
So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
That's
correct.
Still
your covenant partner. That is still in. So at this point, you got to get in there to see, and again, those expectations began when you guys just started out. Yeah. Of course, everybody had great, but in that, did you allow this person to evolve? And are those expectations, does that fit that person today?
That's correct.
Like, would you still be expecting them to do that today?
And
so
then,
perhaps you could let them off the hook.
Yeah, give them some grace. Yeah. And then ask yourself too, how much of who they could be is in me. So what I mean by that is, there's some things that you are going to bring out of this person. And that's why God sent you as a helpmeet wife or as a covering husband. You want to ask yourself, man, how much are they waiting on me to show up in a certain way, for them to show up in a certain way, right? Mm-hmm. So is there anything that I need to be doing to help them along, get to who God said they were supposed to be?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Wow, that's dope. Listen, I know our time is getting away from us, and this is the Marriage Toolbox. And I've kind of asked all my guests about what are some of the tools in your marriage toolbox?
That's such a broad question. Again, that out-serving one another is key for us, and really creating a culture of servitude. What servitude has done for us is, in moments when we don't feel like we're on the same page, we serve our way back, right? Wow. We just serve until we have to acknowledge one another, right? And the way that servitude works in our home is we serve every day. I mean, when I say every day, we serve every day. And so even days when we're not on the same page, what that servitude does is it makes me acknowledge that you are in the room, because you have just done the thing that you do for me every night. I've got to appreciate it, right? Yeah. So servitude is one. I think the other key is, for us, has been consistent communication and consistent check-ins. Like, you got to talk at least 3 to 5 nights a week. And you don't have to talk deep, but just check in. How you doing? How's your heart? Anything you need to discuss. That goes a long way in your marriage. If you're not talking and not communicating, you're not moving forward. So serving and talking are two ways that we have really elevated our marriage.
I like that. I like that, serving and talking. Yep. Let's see, I did, and I may mention to this with another guest. I never knew that that there was great power in that, to that degree of communicating. And let me make that clear. I did something called the Love Letter Challenge.
Okay.
I did that about maybe a year, 2 years ago, where I got some wives together. I mean, it started with me. Actually, I did it. I did it for my husband for 30 days straight. I wrote him a love letter. It was weren't letters of indictment.
Wow.
It wasn't, you didn't take out the garbage but it was the sentiments of my heart.
Sure.
Some of it was because I couldn't verbally say it and I'm a talker, but it was like, it was something that I really wanted to say. And so I took my time with a pen and a piece of paper, and I was hoping with every letter I was writing on the tablets of his heart. And in those letters, it gave me the space. I apologize in some of those letters if I ever made you feel small, if I ever did whatever it is. And I'm pretty sure there were sometimes I did, and I apologize. There were letters of me expressing, my love, and I would spray them with some of his favorite fragrances, and I would leave them. And I noticed he would come in and he would grab those letters and he would go and he would read those letters, and he would, by day 3, he was walking on air. And it dawned on me, even though I think I was communicating, it was something about those letters. He looked for those letters. And I said to myself, I want to be able to give him something in his hand that if I ever got sick and I wasn't able to talk or something ever happened, it was written.
Yeah.
How much I love and I cherish. And one letter I wrote, I said, thank you for staying. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you. Because I said, maybe I haven't been expressing that I appreciate you because with the hustle and the bustle, but thank you because you didn't have to. And
Mm-hmm.
here's the reality is that sometimes he gonna come home. He ain't got to come home. He's an adult. She's an adult. They do what they do because, but they don't have to. But in those letters, that was my moment. And I did this, Dave, for 30 days.
Mm.
And I remember how it really changed the dynamics. One day he actually didn't even go to work. Before I knew it, we just cuddled and we just talked and talked and talked and talked. Something we talked about, it opened. And so I'm saying all this to say that it opened up levels of communication that I didn't even know existed.
Mm.
That was for me, that was some real intent about, now I'm gonna say, it was what it was now. But what it did was it let him know that, again, as you mentioned, I'm aware of you, but I want to always have this open communication with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I didn't write anymore, I think day 31, 33 came and he was looking like, so no more letters. I was like, dude, you acting like I'm Nettie and you Seeley. No, it's no more letters, Yeah. And every now and then I'll drop one on him. But I did that first. And then I had the ladies. I think I had about 50 ladies and they were writing to their husbands. And I was like, wow, we really don't communicate like we think we do.
That's right.
With all of that being said, if a wife decided after watching us have this conversation, if she decided, I'm going to write a letter, what would be some of the things you would hope that she would include?
I would hope that she would include for men, we just want to be we want to be seen. We want you to be aware of us. So I would hope that she would include things that she's seen concerning him, and not just seeing him do, but see for his life, for his future. I would love her to include things that she values about him. Sometimes we as men don't really understand the value we add to relationships because we just do, right? We just do. We go to work, we do what we do, and we don't understand. We sometimes know the value. We don't think that you understand the value. Wow. And so hearing you articulate the value that we add to you goes a long way. Mm-hmm. And I think, if there were a third thing, I would want to include how he makes her feel when he's around. Again, back to that scene piece, sometimes we as men feel like ghosts in our home. And so for you to let him know that this is what I feel when you're near me, that goes a long way with the man. So to be seen, to be reminded of how he adds value, and to be made aware of how you make him feel, those three things, you're going to have another baby after that. I promise you.
We're going to be the godparents.
More kids coming. Yeah. More kids coming. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Because I
Yep.
think everybody wants to be noticed. I think
Yeah.
everybody wants to be seen. I think everybody wants to be appreciated. Um, even as women, we want to know that we still got it.
That's
Like
right.
I still make make you want to
Yeah.
continue to do what you do. I remember
Yeah.
one time Mike told me one time, he said, I want to thank you because you helped me become a better man.
That's right. That's right.
Baby, it was some
Yeah.
fried chicken. It was what else you need? What
Yeah.
because that does something.
Yeah, it does.
We threw out a word there early, and sometimes we hear it in a negative connotation. But everybody has an ego.
Yeah. Everybody does.
Everybody has an ego,
Yeah.
not in a negative light, but everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
That's how we check in. That's how
Yeah.
we want to be. We want to. I know as me as a wife, if there's an area I want to improve, I want to know about it.
That's right. We
I want
all
to.
have an ego. Yeah.
We all have an ego, and
Yeah.
so I want to make sure I'm still that girl.
That's right.
I want to talk to me.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm still that girl, and
That's right.
likewise, tell him. Like if I know Mike coming to pick me up, baby, I'm spraying on some more perfume. I'm putting on some lip gloss to make sure my eye right because that's my guy.
That's right.
And when it comes time to having those conversations, I think the best thing we could ever do is be honest.
I agree.
Honesty.
Yep.
We keep saying, I want my husband to tell me everything, but honestly, sis, can you really handle it? Are you gonna throw it up in his face when you get angry? I know we're gonna close out, but let's hit that real quick. How tell us how that is so dangerous that when he finally does reveal himself, or she finally does share with you, that you don't throw that up in their face.
Where you're telling a man what you can handle by how you respond to his words, right? So a lot of men shut down. If you ever go to Uncle Jimmy's house or Uncle Chris's house and you see him sitting on the couch silently with his remote, he's had one too many words thrown back in his face, right? And you've trained him to be quiet because you cannot be trusted with his heart and his words. And so the more available you are and how you handle his words will determine how safe and secure he feels in that relationship. And when a man feels safe and secure, he will open himself up and avail himself in a way that you would almost frighten you. All right. When you start making a man feel safe and he starts talking, it can be frightening because you're going to hear things that you weren't at times even ready for. And what I will say too is this: when a man feels safe, he won't stop talking. He'll talk for the rest of his life if he knows he has one person he can talk to. So it is essential that you help him feel secure in your relationship by how you handle his words.
Can I take that a step further? Even if you have sons.
Of course.
I have 4 sons and a host of godsons, and I'm very careful as to when they're expressing that I don't shut them down.
That's right.
That I pay attention to my tone, that I pay attention to my posture.
Yeah.
When they're finally being vulnerable, that I'm not, even though I may not understand or I might not agree with what they're saying, I still want this to be a safe space for them.
That's right.
Because I realize that may be the only moment. Because if I blow it, they're never going to come back.
That's
we can
correct.
sit in the same house. We can eat at the same table. We can drink from the same refrigerator. But they'll never give me that opportunity again.
That's right. That's right.
So, ladies, those of us that have sons and we are raising men, it's important that, how can I say this, that we don't allow our emotions and we don't manipulate in our emotions. Because, I've seen sons, oh, mama mad, so I got to do this.
That's right.
It's like, yeah, no, that's I gotta now, do what she want me to do so she'll feel better. She not acting like this, right? And I have to be honest, I even picked it up in my own house. Like, okay, wait a minute, why is my son walking on
read all
eggshells?
about
I'm,
it.
I'm your I'm your
Mike and
mama.
Lizzie in the
What's going
Marriage
on? And I have
Toolbox
to
is
sit with
about
myself.
to
Okay,
partner with
what
Lovers
made
for
them feel
Life
that, or
as
why do
they
they feel like they
present
now
their
have to,
After Five banquet
hop into this
entitled The
role with
Love
you?
Language.
Mm-hmm.
How
We
much
are
of
so excited to
how much
join
strength
Lady
are you
Renee
eluding?
Allen and
How much are you
Superintendent
giving off?
Rodney
And
Allen
Yeah.
for
so,
this
I said all that
extravaganza.
to say that we
You
have to be
don't want to miss
careful
this
as to
banquet dining
how our
experience.
sons
Listen, it's Saturday, May
see
4th from
us,
5 to
how they
9
receive us,
p.m.
how
at the
they
Dan Foley
what they
Cultural
perceive.
Center,
Because
Yeah.
again, at some
1499
point they're going to get
North
married, or they're going to
Camino
get into
Alto
relationships,
in
and they're
Vallejo,
going to expect
California. Go on and
all
do
you
me
do
a
is scream and
favor.
holler, and you
Click on
can't
the information
effectively
on this
communicate.
flyer. Get
Guess
your
what? He gonna
tickets.
look for
They're
the girl
going
that's gonna be
fast.
screaming and hollering. You
Call
gonna have the
them or
nerves to say, I don't
text
like
them.
her.
That's right.
707
Yeah. That's right.
820
Yeah. We're training our
7601.
kids
Tell
for
them
what
Mike
they
and
are to
Lizzie
expect from their
told you to
spouse,
knock on their
right? So we
door
have
because
to.
you want to come in.
We're
We'll
the
see you
template,
there. Bye
and we
bye.
have to be careful that we're leaving a legacy that we wouldn't mind having them walk in once they become older and have to walk this stuff out themselves.
Even with my daughter, like I have a daughter, and she needs to see it's okay. And let me say this: she needs to see what it looks like for a man to take care of her mother.
That's right.
She needs to be able to see it's okay for him to open the door.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay for him to order your food. It's okay. It's okay for you to be in your femininity.
Yeah.
It's nothing more beautiful than your femininity. And I said all the time, to some of my girlfriends, I said, you know what, I love the ability to submit. I think submission is sexy.
Yeah.
What to sit, with you and on the side of you, and I don't let me get under. I think that's the most sexiest posture you could ever have, is to get under. And so around the house, it's posture for me. I'm not gonna be in my husband's face. We not gonna. If I disagree, okay, can we table this?
Yeah.
Can we come back to this? Because at the end of the day, as you said, we're templates.
That's
We're
right.
blueprints. We're totally blueprints. So I know our time is so far spent. I am just so grateful that you stopped by the toolbox. Listen, if someone wanted to reach out to you, what's your handles? How could they reach you? Where can we find the good Dr. David Burks?
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for having me. I'm grateful for this conversation. Yeah. Richmond was in the building.
What? Solving real problems. That's a commercial.
Richmond solving real problems. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It's official David Burris Global. And website is www.thedavidburrisacademy.com/membership. Thank you again for having me, sis.
Thank you so much for your yes. What do you have coming up that we can support and be a part of, or what you got next?
Yeah, so next month, I don't know when this will air, but in February, we are hosting a boot camp. It's an emotional intelligence boot camp, and it's going to really change the game for you. I'm going to show you how to really show up for one another on a much deeper level. So whether you're single or married, this is going to help you. Again, www.thedavidburrisacademy.com/EI bootcamp if you want to check that out.
I love it. Listen, sign up. We're going to be in
absolutely.
there. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
I love it. This is going to be amazing. Listen, couples, singles, let's get in there. We in there.
Yeah.
We in there. Well, sir, I am so grateful for you.
Thank you.
I pray that this is not the last time we will sit down in the toolbox with Dr.
Of course
D.
not.
Listen, I'm so grateful. Listen, friends, family, I told you someone was coming, and I did not steer you wrong. My brother stopped by, and he was here in the toolbox, and he has dropped some amazing nuggets. Do me a favor. If this particular broadcast has been a blessing to you, do me a favor, hit me up, send me an email, send me a message, believeradio.lifewithlizzie@gmail.com. I want to make sure that we get all this love to Dr. Burrs. If you know, with deep down within your heart, you can say he was helping me. he was really, really helping me. I want to make sure that he gets those memos, he gets those letters, those correspondence. And as I say every Saturday, thank you so much for joining your girl right here at Believe Radio, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on your timeline. And guess what? Until we come back, I holla.
Hey friends, extra, extra, read all about it. Mike and Lizzie in the Marriage Toolbox is about to partner with Lovers for Life as they present their After 5 banquet entitled The Love Language. We are so excited to join Lady Renee Allen and Superintendent Rodney Allen for this extravaganza. You don't want to miss this banquet dining experience. Listen, it's Saturday, May 4th from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Dan Foley Cultural Center, 1499 North Camino Alto in Vallejo, California. Go on and do me a favor. Click on the information on this flyer. Get your tickets. They're going fast. Call them or text them 707-820-7601. Tell them Mike and Lizzie told you to knock on their door because you want to come in. We'll see you there. Bye-bye. Hey, our favorite couples. Guess what? Mike and Lizzie right here at the Marriage Toolbox. We feel like giving away a gift. How about we gift you with the photo shoot with Studio 237? Do us a favor. Share with us your love story. By April 26th, you may be selected for this gift.